The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Here we go!
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Lawrence.
That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Sets up the screen to Robinson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. That's from 25 yards out. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Lions. So they gave up the field goal to boom. They get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you 6.
Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. Taking it about the 1. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff
On the move to his left.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here right at the 30.
The Lions at 10-1 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found it for a touchdown.
Cybered on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now Lawrence.
They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've had a very solid 1st half, and as we near the end of that 1st half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Play action. It's gone. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence over the middle, complete. That's Arnold. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Flushed out right.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down and 7.
They'll fake the give. Now gone.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 11.
Lawrence will throw. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Goff. Rolling to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
To throw is gone. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. On the last St. Brown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now out come the Jags.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Lawrence to Jones, 1st down, Jacksonville.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and bring to the out, to the sideline.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Open man is Kirk, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Here's Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
James Robinson, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Out to his left. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
It seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns in there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think it might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
To return, here's Agnew.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And open here is Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Lawrence.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation.